Hey guys, Chimwasol07 here again, but you can call me Chip, and I am back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the newest update for Fire Emblem Heroes. Now, normally I start on like the main screen, but like when I went to the notice board, I had to scroll like five pages to get to this update thing. I don't know what happened, but either way, we're going to cover the overall stuff of the update like we normally do, but if y'all are here for just the weapon refines, you can go in the time bar or the description and skip right on ahead. That is completely cool, but if you stay here for the whole thing, I very much appreciate it. Now that we're already here, let's jump into the overall stuff of this update. So the overall update stuff, the emblem, you can select Emblem Hero Engage Partner on the Edit Skills screen. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. I have no emblem units, so that doesn't affect me at all. Okay, there's also the remixes this time around for Note. I think that's how you pronounce it. Getting Distant Dart and the boost to Moon Twin Wing, as well as Ashera, and we will talk about that right now. Distant Dart, very cool, as well as Moon Twin Wing Plus. If a skill compares unit speed to a foe's or ally's speed, treats unit speed as if granted +7. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, inflicts attack speed defense -5 on foe, and unit deals damage equal to 10% of unit's attack, and reduces the percentage of foe's non-special reduced damage by X% skills by 50% during combat. And also, if unit speed is greater than foe speed, reduce damage from attacks during combat and from area effect specials by percentage equal to difference between stats times 5, max of 50. So giving that boosted dodge effect, very nice, a very nice boosted skill. And now Ashera getting lull speed res 4, very good. And Orders Restraint Plus, at start of turn, grants attack and res +6, no panic, no follow-up, and Hexblade to allies within 3 spaces of unit for 1 turn. That's very good. And also, if number of allies within 3 spaces of unit is greater than or equal to 3, grants attack, res +6, no panic, no follow-up, and reduces the percentage of foes non-special reduced damage by X% skills by 50% during combat to unit for 1 turn. So if Ashera has a lot of allies near them, they get all those boosts as well. And also the reduced damage reduction, which is good. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants Spectrum +4 during combat. And yeah, very, very strong. Very helpful. I don't see Ashera too often on like defense replays, but she is very good, and that buff is definitely very helpful. Very cool, very cool. The new Divine Codes Ephemera lineup are gonna have the Summer Ogma, Summer Niffle, as well as the Hawkeye. Which one? That was one of the what's it called? Either way, that the seasonal Hawkeye from at the beginning of the year. Very nice. Okay. The new weapon refines. I have 4 of these units. I do not have Ashera. I do not have Male Chris because I think I used all of his Spurn. And I definitely don't have Shinon, who I also get rid of for Deadeye very often. But I have the rest, so we will cover those when we get to the weapon refines. Okay. New Mementos events, always very cute. That's always fine. Bolt Tower upgrading, very cool. New songs, favorite level increase. Lloyd and Alchrist getting added to the Grail pool. The Fallen Lloyd is very strong, so that's a very good one. And the Groom Alchrist, very nice. Other changes will correct an issue surrounding the negative status condition stall. The penalty stalls effects limits movements to 1 space. However, this effect has not been operating as expected and will be corrected. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that was wrong. Currently, when a unit's movement is limited to 1 space, the actual range of movement depends on the unit's type. For example, an infantry unit type unit cannot move to an adjacent forested terrain under the effect's current behavior. Oh, weird. Okay, well, that's gonna get fixed, so very cool. Summer Gulvig getting a sprite update. I can never tell with these. It must be very small, because I never am able to tell the difference. But that is it for the overall stuff of the update. And now with that, we can look at my home screen. You can see the 4 that I have. And we will hop right into the weapon refines right now. I have these units right here, but let's start with... Oh, actually, let's start with Note, because I actually have her, and I was planning on refining her no matter what anyway, because she is on my defense team. So, Cream Foxy. I don't know how that's actually pronounced, but sure. Grants Speed +3 and Pathfinder. At start of turn, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants Incited to allies within 2 spaces of a unit, excluding unit. Cool. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants Spectrum +5 to unit and grants bonus to units. Everything equal to highest bonus on each stat between unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit. Oh, very cool. There's Pathfinder and there's Incited. If foe initiates combat or foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at the start of combat, inflicts attack speed defense -4 on foe, inflicts penalty on foe's attack speed and defense equal to highest penalty on each stat between foe and foes within 2 spaces of that foe. Interesting. Reduces damage from foe's first attack by 7, so a static 7, and grants special cooldown charge +1 to unit per attack during combat. Very nice. So she gets the blade effect as well as a static 7 damage reduction, and the what's it called? The debuff doubler. I don't know what it's called right offhand, but paired with whatever menace skill that the attack speed menace that she comes with is pretty good. So I'm just gonna do that because I use her on my Ether Raids defense team. So that's very nice to have, as well as these bonuses that she got from her remix. Very, very nice. And now let's jump into Ashera, who I do not have. Grants attack +3 at start of combat if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, or if bonus is active on unit. Grants Spectrum +5 to unit during combat, and grants bonus to unit's attack during combat equal to highest total bonuses among unit and allies within 3 spaces of unit, times 1.5. Example, if an ally within 3 spaces has a Spectrum +6, grants attack +36, so a blade tome effect. Wow. And reduces damage from foe's first attack by 30% during combat. Very, very nice. If unit initiates combat or foe's range equals 2, grant Spectrum +4 to unit, reduce damage from foe's first attack by X equals 50% of the value of highest total bonuses among unit and allies within 3 spaces of unit. Wow. And inflict special cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack during combat, and restore 7 HP to unit after combat. So Ashera is very, very offensive now. Paired with her new remix, that is very, very strong. Very cool, very, very nice. Very, very cool. Let's go with Chris next, because I also have him here, and let's just get these out of the way. Accelerated special trigger cooldown -1, of course. If foe initiates combat or if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at the start of combat, neutralizes unit's penalties, inflicts attack speed defense -5 on foe, and neutralizes effects that grant special cooldown charge +X to foe, or inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit during combat. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grant Spectrum +4 to unit, reduce damage from foe's first attack by 40%, and deals damage equal to 20% of unit speed during combat. And also, when unit deals damage to foe, restores 7 HP to unit. Triggers even if 0 damage is dealt. So that stacks with the Spurn that Chris naturally comes with. So good damage reduction. Decent, I guess, special activation, because the null guard effect and all that stuff, very, very strong. And then some survivability, very decent. I think female Chris got their refine last time too, so this finishes out the Chris's. That's very cool. Let's go with Summer Ingrid. Ingrid, I really like the character. I actually have her forma. So let's see, Starpoint Lance. That's a cool little icon. That little image is really pretty. Very hard to see in the video probably, but take my word for it. Anyways, grant speed +3. Grant Spectrum +5 to unit, neutralizes effects that guarantee foes' follow-up attacks and effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks, and if it is unit's first combat initiated by foe or first combat initiated by unit that turn, reduces the percentage of foes' non-special reduced damage by X% skills by 80% during combat, otherwise by 40%. Interesting. So after first combat, she still reduces damage reduction by 40%. That's cool. Restores 10 HP to unit after combat. Accelerate special trigger cooldown -1. Interesting, I didn't have that before. At start of turn, if unit is within 2 spaces of an armored ally, an infantry ally with range equal to 1, or a flying ally with range equal to 1, grants attack speed +6. Unit can move 1 extra space, Canto 1, and special cooldown charge +1 to unit per attack during combat. To unit and those allies for 1 turn. Wow. Wow, so kind of like Ashera's remix, granting a lot of buffs to your ally. So if you have Ashera and this Ingrid, you can grant all of those buffs to your ally. That's very funny. That's cool. If unit initiates combat within 2 spaces of an ally, grant Spectrum +4 to unit, and unit deals damage equal to 20% of unit speed during combat. Very cool. Unit moves according to movement type. Okay, yeah. Very, very cool. Very strong. I'm just going to give that to her. I really like Ingrid. Enough to get her Forma. Also, this art is very pretty. So that is a very, very nice refine. Very good for herself and very good for support as well. Very, very cool. Let's go with Gull next. Wyvern Lance. Inflicts attack defense -5 and special cooldown charge -1. Only okay. On foes within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on units. Oh, interesting. And those foes suffer guaranteed follow-up attacks during combat. So the Crux effect, so I think he has attack defense Crux in his weapon. Very cool. Restore 7 HP to unit after combat. Interesting. If foe initiates combat, or if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at the start of combat, inflicts attack defense -5 on foe, and inflicts penalty on foe's attack and defense equal to 15% of unit's defense at the start of combat. Grants special cooldown charge +1 to unit per attack. And neutralizes penalties to attack and defense on unit during combat. So very attack and defense oriented. If you like Gaul, then you can definitely invest in that, because that's very decent. I think it kind of is similar to Ashnard, I think that's his name. But yeah, interesting. Very unique. You don't see a lot of Gaul around, but if you do like him, then that is a pretty decent weapon to find. Mustafa and his Pledged War Axe. At start of turn, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants defense res +6, and foe cannot make a follow-up attack to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. If unit initiates combat or a foe or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants Spectrum +4 to unit, and unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack during combat. Very cool. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants Spectrum +4 to unit. Unit deals damage equal to 15% of foe's attack, and reduces damage from foe's first attack by 40% during combat. Yeah, pretty decent, I guess. The nullifying their follow-up, defense res +6, guaranteeing a follow-up, and then just some stat boosts. Pretty normal. Like, yeah, it's not super crazy. It's pretty decent. Again, don't really see Mustafa around, but if you like him, then very cool. And then last and definitely least, the character no one likes or should like, Shinon. Accelerated special trigger cooldown -1, effect against flying. If number of allies adjacent to unit is less than or equal to 1, I think that's what it says. It's kind of low res on my screen. Grants Spectrum +5 to unit. Unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range, and neutralize effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit during combat. And also, when unit deals damage to foe during combat, restore 7 HP to unit. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants Spectrum +4 to unit, inflicts penalty on foe's attack, speed, defense equal to 8 minus number of allies adjacent to unit times 2, minimum of 0, and reduces damage from foe's first attack by 20% of unit speed during combat. Okay, and unit's next attack deals damage equal to total damage reduced from foe's first attack, by any source, including other skills, resets at the end of combat. Okay, Shinon's like always kind of annoying to go against, with just his normal weapon. Like if you just see him in like the the training tower, or like what's it called? Or Tempest Trials, I guess. Sometimes he's just kind of annoying to get rid of. I guess. Um, if you like Shinon for whatever reason, that's fine. It's a decent weapon refine, but honestly, he's better off used for Deadeye. Yeah, so overall, pretty decent weapon refines. I think Ingrid's is pretty solid. Notes is pretty nice too. The incited boost is really helpful. And then Ashera is probably like the winner out of all this. The blade effect, tons of like support ability, and then also great offensive ability. So Ashera is definitely a force to be reckoned with after this update. Yeah. Let me know what y'all thought about this update. I think it's pretty solid. But otherwise, I don't really know what else to talk about. If y'all saw the banner review video that just went up, then good luck on y'all summons if you do plan on summoning. But other than that, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. But until then, goodbye.